Let's move on to another stock, and it's completely different business sector. Music label and content producer Saregama is joining in to talk a little bit about their digital foray as well as foraying into films. Joining in on the show is Sanjiv Goenka, Chairman Saregama. Thank you for being with us on the show. Lots to chat about. First up, let's talk a little bit about your plans that are in place to monetize the vast library of songs that you have. I believe that now there are plans of digitizing the large collection of film music?
Yes, we have been doing that for the last couple of years, and we are now coming to the end of that process where almost our entire library is digitized. And this certainly offers a great new avenue for us and for listeners.
Let's talk a little bit about the individual segments that the company operates in. Music segment, I'm just looking at the last quarter's financials. It was a decline of about 5%, and TV segment reported a decline of almost 27% in the operating revenues. Which of these two segments do you see driving growth forward, and what plans do you have slated for both?
Well, I think there are three segments for the company which will drive growth. Music, of course, is the core segment. But less and less people are paying for consuming music, and digital music is now getting bundled up by aggregators. But as more and more of our songs are available online, I think those revenues would go up. Second is the television segment. We have 7 shows on air currently in South Indian television on Tamil TV, and we have one on Zee TV, which is a family drama called Sayukt, which is prime time, and we hope to do more. The third, which we are making an entry into, is digital films, and we have planned 14 films, out of which 3 are actually on the floors right now. The 4th one will go on the floors very soon. These are short films. These are about 1 hour to 1.5 hour films. So these are aimed at the digital consumer. Some of them may see theatrical release, but that's not our primary aim. We're not looking at the theaters. We're looking at the digital thing. So they're low budget films. They're within 1 to 1.5 crores. And we do hope that these could be a very strong avenue for the company as we go forward. We've engaged, at this budget you will not get the top tier directors, but we've engaged people who've assisted top tier directors in very successful films. And we do believe we have good scripts and good films in the making.
Right, I have 2 questions for you. First, Mr. Goenka, good afternoon, Tanvi here. Do you believe that, with just so many people seeing a big opportunity in digital, that the space is likely to play out as per expectation in terms of viability? Because in terms of revenue streams, is it clearly defined on how one can actually milk the opportunity just as yet? Everybody's going digital, right? And, that's where my concern lies, that it becomes an opportunity which is still not being completely explored, but is the future.
Clearly digital is evolving, and digital will continue to evolve over the next several months. So it's not something that's going to be constant or static as it is today. You have Jio, which offers films. You have Hotstar, which offers films. You have Netflix. You have Amazon. And there may be others. People want to consume entertainment on their handsets, on their tablets, and the whole way of consumption of entertainment is changing. So to my mind, this is something that will actually become bigger and bigger as we go on, and the more people who come in to offer content, as in Netflix, Amazon, Jio, Hotstar, the greater the value for content producers is.
And one more question is on, what draws you into film production as well as TV content production? How lucrative is that business? Because, from the channel checks that we do, the sense that we get is the films that do well are few and far between. So the opportunity to generate alpha is very significant, but it's not widespread, and you need really be very careful about your cost-revenue balance.
Absolutely, cost has got to be very judiciously controlled, and frankly, if you do 14 films, if one succeeds in a big way and another one is a moderate success, you've paid for the rest of the 14. I mean, as long as you have a basket, as long as you're sincere to your brief, as long as you're meticulous about cost planning and execution, I think you should be all right. But it's something that's evolving, it's something that's growing, and we are confident, but I think let's see how it works out.
That interesting foray. Thank you for joining in, Mr. Goenka, giving us a sense of how things have shaped up. Digitizing really seems to be the way to go, and that's the outlook from Saregama. The stock, by the way, is holding out in the green. You can see it nudge up a bit at 231. But more importantly, there was a block deal that took place earlier this morning of 24 lakh shares of MCX, and now ET Now gives you all the exclusive details on the block deal.